Doing a recap in the very best of ways by having it be told through the lens of this dude to children of the village as an exciting story. Heck, even I was thrilled, and I haven't been a child in years. If I was Genno, I'd be careful about giving away too many secrets, never know who might be spying on them. Speaking of protecting themselves, you should look to protect your privacy whilst you're online by signing up to and using NordVPN and their powerful service to keep prying eyes away from your business and protect yourself and your family whilst online at the same time. Nord can also help you in numerous other ways, such as allowing you access to online content you can't get in your region. Want to unblock a game so you can buy it or access British Netflix from the US? No worries, just change your location. It's that easy. Go to nordvpn.com/animewins or use coupon animewins to get a 2-year plan plus a bonus gift with a huge discount. Don't miss out on all of the benefits of protecting yourself online and get that massive discount at nordvpn.com/animewins and be safe out there. Normally this next part of the recap wouldn't get its own win after the previous one, but for showing your boy all of these new characters on the enemy side of the equation, you get a win for hyping up in the 3rd degree.
人類が生み出した最強サイエンスサバイバルグッズ宇宙食を作る
Our first new invention odor of the season, even if it is the very much unexpected by me space food. I don't even know, but let's carry on.
またなんかすごそうね。ワクワクしちゃうの。
This old man still being around and a badass voice actor. The dude is turning 77 years old shortly after this video airs, and he's also Old Man Rom from ReZero. He's great basically. Also though, let's take the opportunity to give a win for the voice acting as a whole. This anime's got Saitama from One Punch Man, Subaru from ReZero, and Bucciolati from JoJo's Golden Wind, and so many others. Also, super quickly, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to help your boy out. Love you!
だってすっごく食べたいもんラーメンほんとすっごくね
金狼貴様何の宣言だ
Oh, he's such a welcome addition to this glorious anime. His voice and facial expressions just kill it with the comedy factor.
熱々のラーメンを一斉に敵に投げつけるのだな
お父様、それは多分違います。
このストーンワールドじゃアホほど寒い冬の戦場は地獄になるだが俺らは科学でその問題をクリアできる
I swear so many others would have gone down the route of guns and ammo, but it's really clever and logical to ensure that you can quickly and easily provide your troops with equally quick and easy nutritious food to keep them going. You don't have to look too far back in our own history to see that mass troop movements were made much easier with certain inventions, such as the first canned foods during the Napoleonic Wars. Leave a like and a comment if you learned something interesting, and also subscribe so you don't miss out on season 3 and everything else coming soon.
科学のポカポカご飯で心も体もパワーアップできちゃうんだよ。
宇宙食やべえ司帝国への先制
No joke, you have no idea how much I missed these layouts from start to goal outlining everything that needs to be done. I adore it to my very core. It's so interesting and enjoyable to me.
ってラーメンを真空にどういうこと
It's silly, but just in case, I'll zoom in his transformation. You can never tell with YouTube sometimes. The other day, I got demonetized on a video for sexual content when there was literally none in it. They reversed the decision when I reached out, but it's still crazy that it happened at all. But yeah, that was funny as hell.
くっそ苦労して作った水車を利用したフリーズドライマシンだ
I did not expect that reaction. I felt a Demon Slayer oh my coming, but not quite that. That was like Food Wars on steroids. It was a joy-filled reaction. Take that win. Take a win here for the music in general as well. I'm such a fan of the official soundtrack that I've got many of the songs on my editing playlist as we speak.
Under your skin, study Las Bacola, obnoxious soda in a funk track, the sinus, caress the keys, we going back to Linus.
So incredibly respectful to keep his father in the anime in this form and have the character live on after the voice actor sadly passed away. Getting a little emotional about it, that's really kind.
ぶち殺し合いしに行くっつうわけでもね俺ら科学王国の勝利条件は意外とシンプルなんだよ復活液の原料が取れる
Senku's sticking to his high moral code in that he doesn't want to kill any of his enemies and instead wants to simply improve everyone's lives and get things back on track for the world.
必要なのはレコードと携帯2セットだけ。うまくいけば本当に司ちゃん帝国無血開城で70億人を救える。石神千空と朝霧源は二人仲良く地獄に落ちる。
The start of some kind of tasty shenanigans, I suspect. Oh my!
Hi, I'm Lillian Weinberg.
Oh, this I suppose. Not sure that's quite possible, but you do what you gotta do.
信じるしかない。電話の向こうに歌姫リリアンが生きている。
I must admit, at first I was confused and slightly hesitant, and now that I know where they're going with it, all I can do is metaphorically, impressively, and silently slow clap at how genuinely clever I find that idea. Okay, now this guy is slowly taking over as the main source of comedy. How can I not give a win for that reaction? It's amazing! Get out of here with that!
って後で嘘バレバレじゃねえか。
いいのいいの。ともかく司ちゃんと氷河ちゃんさえ抑えちゃえば。
Oh, I remember them doing this in the first season. It's so random but so funny.
後で俺と千空ちゃんが司帝国のみんなに殺されるほど恨まれる。
Sometimes it's easy to forget just how stunning some of Dr. Stone's scenes can be. They can have a win here for nearly the end of the first episode as three unite to carry out their plan together in a wholesome symbolic gesture, and then even better for me was the discussion going over the ups and downs of their plan, such as going at night to avoid their scout, but risking tripping over and ruining the vacuum tubes, and so on until a solution is devised, insanely so, in the form of sonic bombs.
ストーンウォーズの開戦だ。そそるぜこれは。
Just a great end to the episode as the plan is put into action and Senku finishes up by introducing us to the very start of the official Stone Wars. Hype! I think what gets me the most excited during this brand new OP is the visuals, that being new characters, inventions such as a friggin' tank, and of course a slow hint of future events which are set to unfold this season. The OP boasts a decent song and just nice animation in general as well, just a good and fun all-rounder really.
そのホムラとかいう敵の監視が邪魔ならぶっ殺すかとっ捕まえちまえばいいだろうが。
隠れてる場所がわかりゃな。
I still really like how they ultimately ended up including the big dude into their party as a fairly important character after progressing his personality during the first season, and now he's super useful. I tell you, considering Dr. Stone doesn't exactly go around boasting about its action animation, they really do put their work into it at the animation studio, so hats off to them. You really gotta love how Senku just dives headfirst into everything that he does, and he does it so well, like right here. I mean, come on, his entrance was legendary right there.
久しぶりじゃねえか。俺の名はメカセンク。
The grand return of Mecha Senku!
楽しい線香玉の作り方を教えてやる。まず海水を煮詰めるとにがりっつうのが湧いて出るぞ。
They just taught us how to make a flare. I'm gonna go make a flare. Disclaimer, I didn't want to make a flare, it just seems like a lot of work.
おお、だからミジンコの線香が。
かっこいいんだよ。
ああ、全然ダメだった。ミジンコパワー。
不自然。どこ？
Non-opportunistic wind cliche. Something you'd get if you watch Anime Sins, by the way.
ライトで照らしたとこに
光のマークなんだよ。
さーて時間ねえんだ。
Yet another unique invention of that! Well now, that's a genuinely gorgeous looking scene transition right there. I didn't even know what that is. Minerals up close or something?
だからこそやらねばならぬその瞬間、私は必ず躊躇する。己の弱さを露呈する。その刹那の迷いを消すために強い言霊にしなくてはならぬのだ。
Her being honest with herself, something quite rare in anime, where she accepts her likely hesitation at the prospect of taking another life, and how she would try and overcome that massive hurdle for the greater good. Realism!
この段階でかけてくるってことは要件は1個しかないでしょ。 しかもワン切り見つかっちゃったのよ、ホムラちゃんに。
First of all, it's very clever that he understood the implication of just a single ring from their home. That's really clever and indicative of his character. Secondly, though, they've got a working phone. How nuts is that?
それが情報戦だ。
Take a win for a purely stunning looking shot. Not scenery, mind you, like normal, but just a beautiful looking scene, really. I really enjoyed that visual right there.
剣のすり替えマジック。
Emergency plot twist!
さよなら、氷河様。
今だ。
無傷で確保も可能だな。
よっしゃ
腕でも足でも適当にベキベキちぎっときゃもう戦力になんねえよ。
In fairness, as harsh as it is what he's saying, the guy has got a point, and obviously they're not going to do that, and Senku would never allow it, but it's a dark and genuinely good point that he makes, so credit to the author for going down that road, even just as an idea.
人間リアリストぶってもさ、いざ自分がジーマーで手下すってなるとね、弱いね実際。
弱くなんかねえぞ。俺らはもっと上目指してんだ。なるべく無血解除。
Absolutely lovely moment right here as the notion of him being weak for not wanting to see someone murdered like this is thrown aside, and instead he's reminded that what they're aiming for is more important as an ideal. It was just an all-round lovely scene, especially as the clouds break and hope shines down upon them.
司軍の連中は俺の墓なんか興味ねえからな。
しかも墓参りなら通い詰めても疑われはしない。
Another instance of Dr. Stone just being super clever, placing the receiver at the gravesite so it wouldn't appear odd to be speaking there. Who comes up with that? I gotta say, I'm a fan of the seemingly random inclusion this season of video game type sound effects. Not running on the spot.
確かにこの辺で音がしたはずなんだけど。
Giorno Giovanna!
超絶懐かしくてお涙が出るな。
Such a great moment, bruh! I missed these two so much, and his reaction upon hearing his friend's voice was great too! Brilliant and incredibly unique looking ED with a catchy song and really appealing visuals focusing on the building of society from the very start to its end and rebirth through Senku arriving back in the world, and then the end just looks awesome with the changing art style and vivid colours. This view giving us a much better look at the foes they'll potentially be facing off against and how they're currently living a much different lifestyle.
千空君たちが私たちに何か渡すために埋めたってこと？
I'm really glad they added this bit, as I thought it seemed a little too easy that he walked up and dug his hand straight into the ground finding the receiver, so that's well done.
お前は千空じゃねえ。千空は俺だ。
そっからどうする？
あそこから撃ってんな。見つけたぜ。スマッシュ。
Is that potentially a My Hero Academia All Might reference?
ちんたら火こすって火を起こしてたら音と煙で場所がバレバレだけどよ。科学なら一瞬で。
It's great that aside from Senku, they have this character using his head at times like these to get out of tight situations. So it's very clever to my eyes to introduce a second science lover to the equation back in season 1, and he's a great character as well, no less, like risking his life here for the plan.
で、千空ちゃん、俺が口説く一人目の子は誰？
無事だったんだよ。
俺の仲間の大切な話を。
What an absolute mad lad he is, just like he was back in season 1, a super wholesome and endearing dude who would do anything for his friends and what's right. or is that not the sound effect from JoJo Golden Wind?
何聞いたか二人とも助かったぞ俺らは
うわー、そういうこと。
I'm so much like her right now. Damn well sweating bullets just wondering if this insane plan is actually going to work. Like, I shouldn't be this nervous. It's an anime and whatever, but I actually am for real.
私がどれだけリリアンの歌に救われたか。私はあんたにならいくらでも手を貸すよ。もし誰かがリリアン・ワインバーグを語ってんなら絶対に許さない。
I totally didn't expect this outcome right here.
でも本人ならわかるはずさ。これまでの CD の総売上枚数は。
This is ridiculously and stupidly tense. I can't take much more of it. Someone take my blood pressure.
6000万枚以上だ。それより上はわからねえ。
オッケー、十分。
That's insanely worked it out.
3サイズは。
That.
プロフィールではもっとずっと細いよ。
知らねえよんなことはそりゃファンにはサバ読んでんだろプロだから
And then this.
あんたはリリアン・ワインバーグじゃない。
ついますぎるね。
It's so tense I need to breathe.
Times are tough, just down and out, putting my faith in tomorrow.
JoJo starts.
To hero, I'll take the chance, and when I do,
リリアンはもうこの世にいない。
Still a great song, absolutely lovely and so well sung.
でもあんたが復活させてくれた。この歌の中だけではずっと生きてる。
Never saw it going this way, so take a plot twist related win. It ended up being far more lovely than I thought it would be and brought over her kind nature from when she was a young child struggling when growing up and relying on her favourite singer to give her hope and strength. Man, that was good in so many ways overall and not at all what I expected. Also though, kawaii!
いいだろう、取引成立だ。あんたらの作戦に乗ろうじゃないか。
Their first recruit and she's pretty alright too, you feel me?
でも任しときな。誰にも見破られないように。
Might sound bizarre, but take a strange win here for having a female version in my mind of Takio from My Love Story, especially with that thumbs up right there.
大樹、あんた単純で前向きだね。いいよ、そういうの。でもそうだね。
So random. I love stuff like that. I do like her though, I can't really help it. I just love Dr. Stone in general, that's the thing. Oh, I'm in such a good mood.
真っ白になってっからくたばったのかと思ったぜ
Not gonna lie, you totally got me in the first half right there and I was super shocked. So thank goodness he's still alive and kicking, and please do not trick me like that again. Man, I was worried.
よう、はじめましてだな。会いたかったぜ。Tsukasa!
Our first time seeing the proper enemy of the first and second season in Tsukasa deserves its own standalone win by my estimations.
プロも見捨てるのか。
一人じゃ無理なら全員で行きゃいいだろうが。
If there's one thing that has surprised me so much thus far this season, it's how very unpredictable it's been. Initially the plan was laid out, but was interrupted by their first new enemy recruit being a super fan and seeing through the ruse. Now though, she's promised to help them, and suddenly the plan looks to be back on. But now Chrome is captured, and Senku is talking about all of them heading there together, and I'm just dazed and confused and also slightly tired because it's late as I write this.
With
all of this visual prep going on, it truly feels like big waves are actually happening in the anime, like proper troop of people movement across a large distance, and again, credit to the animators for ensuring it looks genuine by, for example, showing the stockpiling of goods for transport.
まさか自動車を作る出たよ G まで
Out of every invention thus far, this one has to be the single greatest for me. I mean, cell phones were great, and freeze-dried food and stuff, but creating a vehicle is next level insane. I love this anime.
プラスチック作りの時にみんなで取ってきたやつね。大量の蜂に襲われてドイヒーだった。
Not just simply glossing over the collection of honeycomb. Oh yeah, we chuck this into the pot and onto the next ingredient. Nope. Instead, we get where they got it from and roughly when and what the outcome was. Dedication!
ローで作った細けい部品を石膏で型取りして溶けた真鍮を流し込む。
Oh my god, it's so freaking clever it hurts!
クロムだぞ。
あ？
余計な口を叩かなければ安全。クロムだぞ。
2度言った。
だが既得権益者たちが全てを牛耳る旧世界がどれだけ化学武器で汚れきっていたか。
You really do have to give it to the mangaka for creating a villain with a real reason for doing what he's doing. As I always say, the very best villains have a decent reason for their actions to some degree, and that's most definitely the case here. That's not once now, but twice this bloody anime has properly tricked me into thinking the imminent demise of Chrome had come, once with the fake out being hit by arrows, and now again here. Damn you! Well, let's just say that this moment has been dealt with very differently across both versions of these videos, but here that's totally badass. That's 10% of the win, and the other 90% is because he's showing here another aspect to a fantastic villain. Not just being a bad guy for the sake of it. He used reasonable actions here and approached the situation in a really unique and interesting way, and I adore that.
例の奇跡の洞窟にクロム君一人で偵察に来てたよ。まあ狙いは賞賛かな。
どういうことだ。なんで司や氷河に嘘つく。
I love this anime so much, bruh. Come on now. Great looking CGI. I didn't expect that one bit.
バイヤーでしょこれ荷物がさ。バイヤー。
At first I thought they were going to simply all get on this thing and ride to the rescue, which did admittedly leave me with numerous questions, like how can you trust it so quickly? Something would definitely go wrong, not everyone would fit, not to mention their cargo and so on. Then the anime slapped me upside the head and said, "Have you learnt nothing, my child?" It refers to me as its child, I don't know why, and I was quickly reminded that Dr. Stone doesn't do half measures, as I see now the second version of the engine they created and are testing. More dedication!
というわけで完成しちゃったぞい。
Yet another new and unique invention, Oda-sama!
これで早いとこ助けに行ってあげないと捕まってるクロムが不憫での。
This old dude is so non-one-dimensional, I love him to bits. He also made me tear up in the first season talking about how they're friends and stuff, and now suddenly he's like this and it's getting to me again.
いやそういうことじゃなくてね。自動車なんてこんなワクワクしちゃうものを作ってる。
I didn't expect this! Gorgeous looking scenery shot from above.
私たち長距離移動に耐えられないもののためだ。もう分かっているのだよ、センク。
Senku always keeps his cards close to his chest unless it comes to his closest friends, so it can often be difficult to understand how he's feeling inside, but this right here gives us a nice understanding of his personality when it comes to his thought process with how to deal with them. Well, that was stupidly good looking right there and a great end to their time at the village for now.
駆動式ってダブル蒸気なのもっとパワー見てたかな。時間節約が裏目に出たか。もっとパワー。
Once more just nicely feeding into a previous win, mentioning how the story isn't without its roadblocks. In this case, almost literally, but no pun intended. It could have been very straightforward, but the bumps along the way just made for a much more realistic story overall, and I'm very impressed by that.
やべえ！暇すぎんだろ！こんなホラー穴と竹の牢に閉じ込めやが！
Chrome being a clever little mad lad like it's no big deal whatsoever.
じゃあ何で作るの戦車？
紙。
紙？
紙？なるほどね。
Today I learned that paper also sounds like the Japanese word for God, which did go through my mind when he said it, and also a tank made out of paper? Are you having me on? Get out of it!
ならば一切手は抜かない。
Unexpected by me anyway, plot twist of shield-related sturdiness! Yet again, the anime surprises me by twisting the storyline and introducing a completely different series of events than what they had been building up to. I'm so very impressed by all of these slow-building twists coming out of nowhere time and again.
ローとその周辺の罠の管理をお願いできるかい？よう。
余裕っしょ。
Finally, at long last, getting to witness a couple of characters that had been teased previously. Very nice pacing as well, considering it's just an 11-episode season.
こんな時センクならどうする？計算しろ、脱獄方法。
Actually taking the time to give us some backstory on this guy and how he used to operate, as initially I was thinking that it's unlikely he looked as he does now and yet was a police officer in the past, and yet he was and did look different in fairness. Excellent dedication to the character and the story by giving us this, the biggest of props to the animators for squeezing it in, and the mangaka for writing it.
それにこんなのただの原始人じゃん。
This guy is seriously the source of the comedy for this second season. I cannot believe how much he's overtaken. Just so funny. This reaction quite literally had me choke on my water. Just a fun fact from the writing phase. The crazy thing about this is that that's actually close to the amount you'd get if you caught absolutely all of it. I watch a lot of mixed martial arts, and during the weight cutting process they lose loads of weight purely through sweat loss, like shocking amounts build up, so this was great.
分解した薬で檻を溶かしてぶち破る。これが科学使いクロムの脱獄だぜ。
Badass science escape attempt was badass!
うわ、くそハエ！くそ原始人が！ 俺がこの世界でトップ取るためにはよ。
This got unexpectedly intense all of a sudden!
ちょっと待ってよ。くそ。
I don't know if he's bluffing or whatever, and obviously I'm not going to show the copious amounts of internal body juices that he vomits up and spits at the guy, but if that's true, that's damn heartbreaking. Man, you're confusing me. You're making me genuinely sad for the guy, and then you give me this comedic scene, and I don't know how to feel.
こんなもんでだまくらかして追って巻いたのか。おい、さすが千空先生じゃねえか。赤い水に化ける。
Okay, you fancy clever man. You got me, and probably all of us. Are you happy now? Well, I am anyway. I really like the guy.
さーて、とっとと始めんぞ。司帝国への先制攻撃に向けてラストミッションのスタートだ。
This is really now feeling like a massive turning point in the anime, and again, I feel like the pacing must be praised. Nothing has felt rushed at all. They clearly haven't also stretched it out too much into the second season. It's perfect thus far. I said it before and I'll say it again, that's such a clever plan of theirs, taking into account so many technologies that have been brought back because of Senku, and of course using the abilities of Gen to pull off the final touch. It's pretty genius as a device with which to push the story forwards.
楽しそうだね。聞かせてほしいな、その電話。僕にも。
Sudden unexpected plot twist!
However, there is no vibration of the voice after singing enthusiastically, which is hard for you to imitate. Again,
そんなとこで。
The person who クロムに電池を差し入れたのは 右京てめえか
Very clever to transition from English to Japanese like this, so it's obviously much easier for the voice actors. They did the same thing in Vikings, for example, as well. It's a good way of doing it. Oh my goodness, she's attempting to piece people in statue form back together. What an incredible twist, and it's finally revealed after like 20 episodes in all, I believe. Also, it speaks volumes about her dedication to that mission and humanity in spite of the tireless toil she's putting into it whilst faking other work, and of course about Senku, who said all that time ago on the beach that he plans to save absolutely everyone.
初めて司が石像を壊すのを見て僕はただ悲しかった
Brilliant learning more about this guy's character, and that was an excellent demonstration of his internal rage when he saw Tsukasa destroy a person in statue form. Really great way to build his personality right here.
湧き出た水素&酸素ガスが破裂板をパンパンに膨らましたら着火
おおなるほどな今のは俺でも仕組みが分かったぜ
It's so dumb, but I'm like borderline emotional at that bloody reunion. But in fairness to me, it was like 18 episodes in the making or something. So let me feel! Such a fantastic end to the episode! Grab a win for this entire first part of the episode, just giving a refresh on how far Senku has come since being woken up by pure luck. Also, the intensity was very much real once again, especially as for me it was spurred on by the consistent mentioning of 20 seconds with which to decide the outcome of the entire battle or even war at this point, and that just made me so anxious, so well played. Animating multiple people moving in one scene. Incredibly well done! They really got me yet again, thinking that everyone would logically run away as soon as the explosion hit, and yet here they are at least trying to fight them. I'm shocked! Also, though, carbon shield in action!
音響兵器ショックキャノン
I swear this season is probably as inventive, if not more so than the first, by my recollection. Or maybe I'm just incredibly hyped by all of their awesomeness. I mean, come on, it's a sonic shield thingy! Oh yes, so much this! This is absolutely him through and through and what I'd expect of him. I'm like half laughing and half super proud of my boy. Also though, heck yes, absolute mission success.
火薬ゲット
ありえない逃げろみんな
Oh my god, this guy's reaction legit freaked me out!
化学薬品全部
I'm not showing it as he gets hit by a spear, but take a double win here for the excellent plot twist out of nowhere after such a happy scene that really caught me off guard.
どっちか一人が相手だって絶望だってのにさ
I really do enjoy the JoJo stances though. Can't not bring it up when they're like that, can I?
よっしゃ守れリリアは戦車の中にいるぞ
そうよ大丈夫よ
それも全て嘘です
Oh no! I don't think I've been this nervous in a very long time watching an anime. Hats off to them for pulling off such an awesome twist that destroys everything they built and leaves the viewer completely unsure of what will happen next.
でも今ここに山ほどいんじゃねえかてめえも科学王国のお仲間たちもよ
その通りだ
Such a rousing scene after so much hopelessness, where they reaffirm their will to fight on together against the odds. None of them have any interest at all in allowing Senku to be offered up to save them. They're now a family, with a really tight bond built up over so many episodes, and that's excellent. Brilliant end to episode 8 that gets its own last minute win. So much tension then leading into a brand new battle as both sides seek to end the conflict in opposing fashions, and I absolutely cannot wait to see what happens next. Just the very best cliffhanger. Beautiful looking art style change.
Nikki! Minna!
That background music is such a nice addition to the battle. I find its beat and rhythm just really gets the adrenaline pumping as the awesome looking battle begins. Just some stunning looking animation during a battle here from Dr. Stone. Really impressively smooth that was.
そういや、司の目の前で最初に作ってみせた科学グッズだ。石鹸で始まった戦いが今石鹸で終わるんだよ。
Super ironic for Tsukasa that he's creating a weapon out of the thing he once showed him to help cure his hands of harmful stuff, and now he's going to use it against him in a combative way. Super poetic too. Ooh, another great example of stunning looking animation.
なんかバイヤーすぎるやつ
こいつだけはマジでシャレになんねえからな。良い子は死んでも真似すんじゃねえぞ。
You're just casually breaking the fourth wall.
力をギリシャ語でなんて言うか知ってっか？ダイナマイトだ。
That was so incredibly epic, and I learned something new.
受け止めても叩き落としても爆発する。広範囲の爆風はかわすのも無理だ。
おやおや、お互い動けやしねえな。決着じゃなくて膠着だ。
So clever for the creator to find a way for this battle to end in a stalemate at this point when it all looked to be so helpless, and it's even more clever to use the invention of dynamite, since it's unstable and capable of destroying everyone around it without fail should it go off. Like for real, that's the best invention they could have possibly used, and it was built logically, not just saying, oh, we found secret ingredient X in the back of the cave. So intelligent.
生きてんだろ。司、てめえの妹はよ。
Are you freaking kidding me right now? This is an unfolding revelation, but for now, take a win already for this little reveal. I'm not going to show it, but the anime really took a deep dive into darker territory right here, seeing a young Tsukasa getting struck down on the beach collecting seashells for his sister. Oh...
俺の言葉だけだ。科学に嘘はつかねえ。足りねえか。いや、十分だ。十分だよ。
Ugh, stupid anime getting me emotional. Didn't I say it before? Giving the villains some small reason for doing what they're doing makes things so much more impactful, and that flashback scene was amazing, showing how he fought for her, to give her the best whilst everyone else gave up on her. It was lovely, truth be told.
妹がいたんだね、あんた。ずっと守っていたのだな。
For things to end in this way, where they're all together. Man, it's so dumb that it's making me like this. But that for real is such a great ending, it's not even funny. It just straight up warms my heart. I can't say anything else. I really love that.
目指すものは変わらないよ。今も、これからも。だからセンク。今はあくまで停戦だ。
Not just completely having Tsukasa's personality perform a 180 so soon after the battle.
相当流されてるね、みんなこれ。
全部ほじくり返しゃいいんだよ。ダイナマイトで採掘する。
It's also a nice little addition to the world building that the old world is kind of buried under them. I mean, if you're a history buff like me, you might have also learned at some stage that a lot of ancient Rome is underground, and this has been thousands of years as well, so it's only natural.
未来。
待てセンク、
So unnecessary.
兄さん、よう老けてもたね。私何年寝とったんかな。
数千年だよ未来。
Oh, well, that was absolutely bloody lovely. No getting around that. That was amazing.
やべえ、逆転を思いついちまったわ。これ逃げられたクロムをもう一回拉致ってくりゃいいんじゃねえ。
よう連絡氷河様と逃がして私を。
Cannot even begin to stress how thrilled I am that the story has continued past episode 9 and that the anime is now pressing into the next stage of the journey, delving into new territory, and to say I'm intrigued would be the understatement of the year. You have got to be kidding me! Take a massive, fat, unexpected plot twist!
ちょっと見てくるよ。
そこから離れろ未来司。
This is the ultimate plot twist right here. Insanely well done, beautifully put together and animated, and so incredibly well deserving of a maximum 2 wins award. I honestly and genuinely cannot believe that the story twisted in this direction. I'm pained and thrilled in equal measure. I'm heartbroken that Tsukasa was struck like this after everything that had happened. I cannot express how amazed I am at the writing that took us to this outcome in the story. Take those wins with my thanks. And now, as if what I wrote wasn't great enough already, we have a situation where Senku and Tsukasa are caught in the current of the river together, hopefully, with that madman out there too. It's so good, it's insane.
てめえみてえなやつが一か八か川飛び込んで追うわけやね。はい。つまり邪魔な司くんを始末した後で。
Oh, I'm so incredibly tense at this series of events. The following ideological standoff gets its own win as annoyingly Tsukasa is attacked whilst wounded once more as the guy goes on a rant about his own ideal world in which only the elite survive as Senku battles back fearlessly with his own notion that he saves everyone, unflinching in front of this great foe. It's thrilling. Oh heck yes, to the highest and most extreme degree! They can take 2 wins for that! Awesome plot twist with Senku using science to gain the upper hand in a situation where you'd think it's impossible, and then a slightly recovered Tsukasa dealing a powerful blow.
俺はかつて理想のためにセンク、君との約束をたがえた。今度こそもう二度と危険ってやつは訪れない。
Just the very best turn of events, and I'll be honest, I completely forgot his promise back at the start of season 1, and it's been wonderful to witness his character growth after Senku's help, which pushed him to this moment.
二人で組んで戦おう。センク。
ああ、俺と司のタッグチーム。工場で時間稼ぎしつつ作戦会議ですか。まあそんなもの待つわけもありませんが。
Okay, so 2 wins here. Firstly, I can't not drop 1 for this fist bump and affirmation of their working together. Second win is for an enemy not just hanging around and letting them figure out a plan and instead rushing into attack. Just loads of awesome examples of the anime's animation quality with plenty of different angles and cinematic shots.
化け物かてね。携帯の細線ぐるぐる巻きコイルに電池つなぐだけで
Having to skip some bits and pieces due to internal body juices being on display, but I can kick off the win here for this turnaround and how logical it is, since the batteries were actually brought to him in a way to make a point all of that time ago, and he smartly decided to use them. Just so much excellent animation on that attack. Man, that was awful and then brilliant, as this girl was no doubt attempting to rush in to take these two out and help him.
全員の力で今度こそ一から作り上げるこのストーンワールドに
Incredibly beautiful scene right there. Wow. So lovely getting the start of this episode to focus on how they're bringing the Kingdom of Science into and over the old Empire of Tsukasa and building new facilities there, introducing their inventions to the people, and continuing the work of placing together destroyed statues. Successfully bringing this guy back even though he was smashed, proving Senku's point and giving us the viewer a laugh at the same time. Even though I'm not convinced that he's good news, it's great to see all of the new characters brought into the second season now have a firm place ready for season 3.
最後にどうしても伝えておかなくちゃならない。壊した場所さえ分かれば俺が一片残らず集めてやる。ただの一度も忘れたことなんてないよ。
Tsukasa giving detailed instructions of where he destroyed every single statue along the way, showing that inside that cold demeanor of his, it did actually affect him in some way. Perhaps guilt? Who knows? But that was touching.
傷口を塞ぐ瞬間接着剤の完成だ。おお、それで助かるの？司ちゃん。ただの傷口塞ぐ延命だ。魔法使いじゃねえ。ぶち壊された臓器は直せやしねえよ。
To take me from absolutely hating Tsukasa to finding myself willing him to live is such a fast turn of events from an expertly written story. That feat is just beyond impressive. Let me know in the comments if you felt the same here.
てめえを救う方法が一つだけある。司、てめえを石化させる。
Ah, this never even once occurred to me. That's brilliant, but also how?
麻酔なしでいけんだろ、司。
もちろん。
All of this? So much this?
俺がこの手でてめえを殺す。どういうこと？どんだけかかっても復活させてやる。それっきゃねえんだ。俺を信じて殺されろ。
Senku is simply put an incredible character. I love him. So much determination, it's insane, and it makes for amazing moments such as this time and again.
しゃあ！冷蔵庫の完成だぜ！
Yet another new unique invention and probably the last of the season of that!
無意味な話はダメなのか？
うん。大樹とセンク、君だと惑星探査には体力が。
What a stupidly inventive and creative way to make this scene more emotional on top of that sweet piano tune by having Senku simply say that he just wants some idle chatter with Tsukasa before the end. It's oddly even more emotional.
懐かしいな。君たちとのあの数日。本当に楽しかったよ。センク。
だろう。そう思うだろう。
For some unknown reason, this only gets me more teared up, seeing the old home that the three of them lived in for a short time together at the very start, all overgrown now. Wow, Dr. Stone, you really hit me hard this season.
Until we meet again.
今度は私がずっと守るわ。毎日毎
gorgeous end right there to that storyline. And this guy right here is wishing that Tsukasa is able to continue living. Like I said, such an outstanding turnaround to have me go from hating him to where I am now in such a short period of time.
さて、そうなりゃ出発準備だ。とっとと始めんぞ。
Instead of just having the focus be on returning civilization, I love the fact that the author took it in another direction, focusing in on what actually caused the end of the world, and then how they can use it to their own benefit. I think that's extremely clever as the story continues to expand in scope. Take one final win here for the very end of episode 11. I cannot wait to take this journey into season 3 eventually, and it's honestly the case for me that I'm now more hyped for the anime in general than I was at the end of the first season. The second was just that good. Thank you all so much for joining me. I really hope that you enjoyed the video, and as always, a small thanks is always welcome in the form of a like and a comment. It really boosts my content. And of course, for anyone wanting to go a little extra, there's Patreon linked below as well. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you in season 3 or in any other video you choose to watch next. Nathan Bird, Bird Without a Word, Tyler Warner, PK Fan, Ali 50, Ryan Anderson, Isael Caldera, Mr. Waffle 64, Kieran Robinson, Chris Harris, Yona Shadal, Manolo Saucedo Munoz, Kim Munt, Jason Davies, The Element Taylor Wars, Manuel Morales, Conito, Dark Lord Bloody Soul, Blitzcloud, Sebastian Ramirez, Keeper, Jaffa 6263, Magnus, Kevin Melter, Aniki Curve, Brendan Krier, Kaj Vorzelman, Jordan Samuels, Sean Graves, The Epic Commander, Crimson Shadows, Kyle Farmer, Adora Blue, Matthew Didsworth, Sentimento, Gaten 2000, Maki San, Storm 917, Inakami and Water.